Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio and our Bat Challenge. That is the Bob's Angels 1000 Challenge. Kind of thinking I'll just fill out the entire island. I don't want to do everything all at once just yet, but I'll get a good chunk of it done. So we'll come up here and we'll go along there. There's a little tiny bit there. We've got a gap in the line right there. So if we just get rid of this one a minute. We'll go with not a crawler robo box. We will go with a small construction zone expander. And I want to put one of these. Actually, you know what? We'll just drop one down in here somewhere. And it doesn't need... It's got to be connected into the rest of the network. So if I ghost print that one will drop down in there. Someone will be along to drop that in. And I'm also going to ghost print one in over here. Put one down there, and then that will sort of cover up the rest of that area there. I've got a few bits over this side as well. And again, I will ghost these in. So I will ghost that one. And the problem is it doesn't show the join from the other ghost. But if I go from there, I know that I'm covered anyway. So I'll leave that bit, and now we'll go back to here. So I've got build up over that way, and I got a bit of build down over this way. So I'm going to fill out all of this area that goes all the way along here like this. That's everything along there, isn't it? Another little bit in there. Fill out all of that area. I got a big chunk of land over here that I will want to fill something out, but I'm not going to fill that out just yet. I'm going to go here. I'm going to work my way down the island, and I'm going to fill out all of this lower level part down here. Get all of this done first, like that, and fill out that down to there. And we will go and take one more of these, and we'll drop that down right on there, so that will do that bit in there. Although I think that's actually, no, that's already covered. It's not that we've got a problem with. Yeah, I've gotten rid of that. Right, I want to put brick down there. It's not that we've got a problem with. It's a radar. We need a radar on that bit in order to fill that out. And I've got a radar myself, so we might actually go over there and manually just apply that one. I had a whole load of robots here rushing off to go and do things. We'll run down there and we'll do that. And then I will deal with the problem of what are we going to do about plastic. I need to make plastic, so there's a few processes that we got to start getting underway in order to be able to make that. I need a supply of liquid plastic in order to be able to make the orange circuits. It's relatively simple. I don't think there's anything particularly complex in putting it together, if I remember correctly. At least I'm hoping that's the case. If it is, we should be fine. There shouldn't be any kind of issues. I'm going to run down over here. So, yeah, I want a radar. And I'm carrying a couple around, so I'm going to go over to there, and I'm going to plonk one of them down there. Now, if we have a look on the map, everything's covered. And you can see in there, it's all covered in there as well. That is absolutely fan-schmastic. We've got a whole load of aliens down here that have moved a lot closer to us. I got guns over here. They shouldn't be able to get across the island still. As far as I know, they still cannot cross anything like that. Now, obviously, that is subject to change. That may go and change at some point in its super spawner. Badass Behemoth Biter. Super Spawner, Leviathan Spitter, Leviathan Biter, 3% chance of producing those. Okay, so we got Super Spawners. We got some serious problems. Another Super Spawner right there. Colossal. We've got some very, very nasty aliens. I have done this quite deliberately. I did put the settings so that we would have some really, really nasty aliens spawning, and they would not be easy. It's a case of we will not be able to just run around on the islands and go and grab what we want. We've got no chance of going up against those without some serious backup. We've got to plan our, trips against the aliens most carefully, because if we don't, we aren't going to make it. So, and I've done that quite deliberately. I didn't want to be making life easy for us. So plastic. I need to make plastic. Let's stop yabbering on and actually do something, shall we? We want plastic. I know that I haven't made much progress for 10 minutes, but it's things are building in the background, and that's always good. And we're also we've got the Orange Electronics researching. We've got more researches that we want to do. Plastic, right in here. Plastic 1 from propene gas. I don't have that technology unlocked yet. Plastic in here from liquid plastic barrels. I can do that. This is plastic 2 from naphtha and polyethylene liquid. I can't do that. I can't do that. Raw bioplastic and acetane. That's swamp arboretums. I need gardens for that. This one, bioplastic, I can get to with acetone and cellulose acetate. Unfortunately, that is locked behind the lack of gardens that we don't currently have. I can't actually go down that route until I've got more gardens unlocked. If you look in here, it will go to that one, which will unlock these. It will get me that liquid plastic recipe. Wait a minute. That's cellulose acetate. That is cellulose acetate mixture there. That is cellulose acetate. That gets me the acetate mixture, which is a cellulose fiber, acetic acid, acetic anhydride. Anhydride is methanol, carbon monoxide. We might be able to do this. We might actually be able to do this, Right, that might be a possibility for us. That route right there. This one don't count for anything. So, bioplastics in there. If we're going to do that, we need cellulose acetate and we need acetone gas. Acetone gas, to be able to get that one, we need fuel oil. We need nutrient pulp to do that, and we're already making nutrient pulp. That one we're making. We can do that. We've already got it. Beans. Corn. Right there. Nutrient pulp. Corn. No, it's not corn. Leaves. Wait, have I seriously not got that? I thought I was making some somewhere. I thought I was already making nutrient pulp. Okay, so nutrient pulp is plant pressing in there. I am able to unlock that. Then that unlocks a whole load of different options in there. Right, so there's some things that we can go and get. The acetone gas, that's one possible way of doing it. Nutrient pulp broken down into these. Or I can take blue metal catalyst, benzene, propene, and oxygen, and I could do it through Advanced Chemistry 4, which is a bit of a jolly pain. So we kind of need to do this through the nutrient pulp route, which is nutrient paste, and that's another thing. So we'll do that after Orange Electronics, probably. Back out a bit. Cellulose acetate. The only way to make that is through cellulose acetate mixture and purified water. We've got the water, that's not a problem, and that gives us the acetate. We need to go back into here, and the only way to make that is with fiber, acetic acid, acetic anhydride, anhydride, not anhydride, anhydride sulfuric acid. We're making sulfuric acid. Acetic acid is made from fermentation base, compost, and acetic acid. I'm pretty sure we are already doing that. If not, we will get it through bioplastics, and we can go through methanol and carbon monoxide route. So there's that. That's the acetic acid right there. Acetic anhydride. We need acetic methanol and carbon monoxide. Methanol is made through cellulose fiber, is turned into methanol gas via a liquefier. That's a nice easy process that we've already got unlocked. We can also do it with methane gas and steam, and that gives us residual gas in there. Methane is produced from natural gas liquids. And unfortunately, though, natural gas liquids is something that we don't have anything of. Right, we've got no natural gas liquids left anymore. I've got this... Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm making natural gas liquids. Right, I can split those down into 3 parts. It's like... We're just getting started here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a long way to go. All we want is liquid plastic. You'd think that would be nice and simple. No, 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 no. Don't you believe it. Don't you believe it. I'm making that one. So it's here. So carbon monoxide is easy to do. Carbon and purified water, like we can make that. That's simple. Methanol gas. We've got methane gas and steam. Gives us residual gas and methanol. That's a fairly simple process on this one. Or we take a green metal catalyst, which is an easy thing to make, carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas. There's a lot of things that take hydrogen, and that gives us pure methanol gas, which is quite good. This one, we do need to make steam, but we only use 60 methane, and that gives us 80 methanol, plus some residual gas as well, which is quite a good thing. Or we can use this one, cellulose fiber directly turned into methanol gas, which is another really nice process, fairly simple. So the methanol is the easy bit, yeah? And so is the carbon monoxide. The acetic acid is a little bit more problematic. That's a fermentation base to give compost and acetic acid. And I'm pretty sure, don't we already have that process being used? If I got in here, that's ethanol gas in there. It's not the process in here. This is turning fermentation base into ethanol gas. What am I pulling out of this? That is pulling compost out of there. It goes up this way and it runs into there. So I'm using that process already. I go in here, cellulose, that one. Acetic anhydride, acetic acid. There. I'm already using that. Oh no, that's ethanol gas. This is a different process. So I got a similar process that I want to do with fermentation base. Now I'm making fermentation base already. We're doing that over here. So I've got corn going in and we're making fermentation base, and then I'm using that in here. We'll just end up using another process like that. So we've already got some of it being made. Now, I'm starting to think it would be a lot easier if we could unlock, rather than going through all of... I mean, yes, we will eventually want to go through all of that. To get propene gas, we do plastic 1. Propene gas, we do methanol and steam, and it gives us propene. It's fairly simple. Or we take a red metal catalyst, some naphtha, and some steam, and that gives us propene gas, which is a very simple that's probably actually our easiest, because red metal catalyst, you make that with 1 copper, 1 iron, and 10 of these. Makes 10 of those, right? It's a really easy, simple process to make those, and getting the steam is fairly simple as well, as we know. And then we're using up some of our naphtha over there, and then we're making our propene, and we're basically using that. So we can turn 40 propene gas into 10 liquid plastic. That's a really easy route, but we got to unlock this tech first in order to be able to do it. So there's a few things that we got to unlock to be able to get down to this one. We've got the orange electronics. I've got to have resins. I've got to have cement processing 2. I've got to have mechanical components. The orange science packs are basic processing tech 3, and then I can get to plastic. So it's not the easiest route to actually get into regular plastic, right? We have got a number of techs that I've still got unlocked to be able to get that plastic. But I'm starting to think that might be our best bet. We're nearly done with the orange electronics, by the way. Something else that I would like, so I'm kind of thinking... We've got a couple of different routes. Like, we can go with the liquid plastic down the route that I was just talking about, which is through plastic 1, which is that one. There's a few techs we've got to unlock, and then we can go with propene gas. Or we can go with the other option, which is to unlock this bioplastics, which we can do now. We've got the techs to do that. And we can start working through these. Now that, again, would be relatively straightforward. We've only got 1 tech to unlock with that. And the cellulose acetate stuff in here. Right, that's straightforward. We've got the sulfuric. It's these 2 here that are a little bit more complex. Fermentation base, we're already making a boatload of that. This one in here, we want the acetic acid. And it's acetic acid right there. Like, it's really not very complex building into these. To get the fermentation base, we want corn. So, and we're already growing corn. We're growing loads of the stuff. So that's actually a really simple process to get into this. Now, there was one other one that I was looking at, and I can't remember where it was. Right, I'm going to back up here. Acetone. It was the other one. It was the cellulose acetate. Comes from that. And then it was the acetone gas in here, and you can make that using the blue metal catalyst and go down through that route, or you can do it with the nutrient pulp, and that gives you acetone gas, ethanol, and butane. Or we can split it up here, and we get fuel oil, acetone gas, and synthesis gas. The reason that I would do this is because that fuel oil can then be looped back into the circuit that we have only just now finished building in here. Or it would actually, we would plug it in up to this bit up here, but that would fill that much faster, which would then pump on round and start coming through this process that much faster, which means we get more solid fuel being produced. So there's sort of pros and cons to both sides of it, which one that we should go for. Right now, though, we will look at the bioplastics version of it, and then we can start working on the other ones after that. So we'll run bioplastics for now and start sort of expanding this out a bit, which means that we're going to need to be making some nutrient pulp. Most of the other stuff, we've kind of got the basics, so we've got the fermentation base and stuff like that already. But it's in here. I want to make nutrient pulp, and to do that we need some of what we've got in here growing in these gardens. We can have beans, we can have corn, we can have leaves, we can have nuts, pips, and fruits coming out of all of these, and then they go and produce the nutrient pulp. So it's relatively straightforward. In this chest in here, I've got a few basic farms, which I'm going to take with me. I have some guns there, which I don't want. I've got some big storage chests, which we might find a use for. But I've got these. I've got 5 tianiton, 5 ocarinome, and I've got 5 elendilimone. And it's those that are kind of important at the moment. So we want to be able to make the nutrient paste. And to be able to get to that nutrient pulp, to be able to get that, we can make nutrient pulp from beans, corn, leaves, nuts, pips, and fruits to various different degrees. You get different amounts from the different ones. So we want to see which ones are best. Pips, fruits, and nuts, the best one to go for is the fruit. So to get those was quinoa and mush red tato. We don't have either of those. And zelo squash. We don't have that either. So we can't use that one. So then we want to go back and we want to have a look at... No, we don't want to go that way. Nuts was next. So we go and have a look at that one. That's the elendilimone. Elendilimone. Yeah, elendilimone. We got that one right there. And the other two we don't have in here, but this one here we can get nuts from that one. 20 of them gives 16 nuts, and then we can turn that into nutrient pulp. So that's one good thing. And then if we go back through here, we've got beans from here. Beans come from binifran mostly. We don't have that one. That's desert farming, which is something that I don't have, and that's zombie calyptus. We don't have that one either. That's swamp farming. So I can't do beans. Corn, I've already got corn being made right now. And that gives me 70 nutrient pulps. Corn comes from this. We've already got that with the wheaten that we're making right now. 70 nutrient pulp in there. Leaves, that's not so good. And that's from the Sunscrest, Nexiflax, and Ocarinome, which we could do with that one. We could make that. But honestly, I don't want to. It's not worth it. Like, there's not enough. I mean, we do get a little bit of... Oops. I don't want to go. I want to go there. Leaves. We get a little bit of cellulose fiber from that. It's not worth it to me. I don't think it's worth the bother. So that one seems to be like the most useless. Just cellulose fiber in leaves. Yeah, it's not worth the bother, I don't think, growing that. So we'll leave that one. And so I'm actually thinking that corn is probably our best option. We take corn and we can turn that straight into nutrient pulp. Corn is from Wheaton or Prime Dandelion, which gives us a slightly better yield, but we don't have that one unlocked, or Arum Bifilla, which is also not unlocked. So we can't use these other ones. I haven't got any of them. They're not options. And over this way, I could do the nuts option in here and go and use that, where I can use the... Actually, no, I can't, because that's swamp farming and I don't have it unlocked anyway. So I'm busy looking at it and thinking, oh, this would be a really good idea, but I can't use it anyway. So those there, despite the fact that it might be useful to have them, we can't do anything with them. They're utterly useless. Which means that what we're going to want to do, most probably, is extend our farming here. If we're going to want to get more corn so that we can start using some corn to make nutrient paste, because at the moment we're using it to make this fermentation base right here. We want to extend that out a bit, and we want to go much bigger scale. Now, I have got, right in here, a bit of fermentation base. I've only got 20,000. I got petrochem gas tanks right here, and I can use those. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a belt in on here, an underground belt. I'm going to pop one down there. That's as far as we can go here. So I'll drop one. I'm going to kind of go here and here. Run that. That's going to go as far over to there as I can. That'll go like that. And then I'll look into here and I will dump in 105 corn in there so it's out of the way. It's not going to be bothering me. That right there needs to go back. And now I can go and put down a tank in the right spot. I'd like to put it there. It's got to be in line. And the other one can go... I can put one there. Right, let me get rid of that. And then I can drop in a tank right there. Get rid of that underground pipe and just put in a connector pipe in there. And then I want to go back this way. And I want to drop that one in there. So that's another one. And then I will do an underground pipe here, which is there, like that. And I've now got the fermentation base, and I've got an extra bit of storage, which is going to go nuts on these, which is going to use up what we're making on there. So we're probably going to want more of that to fill up all of the fermentation base, which is all running through here and doing all the corn. It takes a while to fill everything up, doesn't it? So that's the corn bit taken care of. So then we go back into here, acetone, and we need to turn that into nutrient pulp next. And in order to be able to do that, I need the nutrient paste here, which is this. And I've got to do that after I've done the... So I'm doing the bioplastics at the moment, and then we can go and do this one. And this is going to give us all kinds of different techs and that we can unlock, as well as making a nutrient extractor. So I've got to wait for that one to finish, and then we've got another tech that we can go and use. But where are we going to put it? It's going to be the next thing. I'm thinking the best place to put it would be nearby here. I've got a nice lot of room down here. I have got the space to go and put in a lot down here. So what I'm thinking is, rather than relying on any of our machines to go and do that, relying on our robots to go and do that, they're a little bit busy putting down landfill at the moment. So, not landfill, putting down bricks. So I'll let them carry on and do that with the bricks. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush off, and I am going to get a load of landfill. When I've got all the landfill that I want, I will go back and start filling out a nice big section over there. There is some land. No, that's that wasn't the bit that I was looking for. I was looking for landfill. I was looking for somewhere to dump slag that I'm carrying. In here. There. Right. I've got 7 bits of slag. I want to just get rid of those. And Landfill, landfill, landfill. I've got a bit of landfill over this side, and they're not doing much. What are you doing? Right, that's the wrong sort of stone in there to make landfill. So I can't make landfill from that. I'm squeezing it up into here, and I'm making this. And it's just keeping everything empty down there. I know I need to crush stone for a load of stuff. So that's why I'm kind of leaving that and not wanting to interfere with it too much. That's alright, we'll use the landfill from down here, and I'll take everything that I can carry, like that, and then I'm going to go over this way, and I'm going to start putting down some landfill, and then I can also start putting down roboports in order to have proper robot coverage over all of the new bit that I want to go and build now. Let's follow this one along like that, and run all the way down here. So it's down in this bit that I'm going to want to put my new territory. So if we go to here and we take the landfill, and we'll make that big like this. That's probably big enough. And I will go along here like this. Let's move back a little bit. I'm just going to go straight over the top of all of it. I'm just going to cover over the pump as well. I don't mind about that. It doesn't actually concern me. Just wondering how far over I should go with this. Right, well, let's move it over this way. We'll get to about here, I think. That'll be alright. And then we will head south a little bit. Like this. And well, it's not really going to matter if I go onto that island. Like, that island is already close to a massive infestment of, infestment of aliens. There's not a lot that I can do about that. And I'm going to bring this all the way back over here. I'm going to completely square this out. I know that this is using up a lot of my landfill, and I probably don't need to do quite this much. But I'm doing it anyway, so I'll bring that up like that. Go here. And fill in those bits there like that. And then up here, there's that one, and there's that bit up there. Right, so that's fairly even on there. I got 700 left. I'll run all the way along here and fill in what I can. And then we'll go and reload. I could have a robo chest set down to go and, like, demand some more of these, but honestly, I don't think it's worth the bother. It's probably just going to be quicker for us to run off and go and get more. From over here somewhere, wherever it is. Where is it? Like, there's so many different places that I've got landfill, and then I sort of start to worry that I've got too much landfill being made, and then I haven't. I also want to extend this out, because I'd like to extend this, where we're building the timber. Everything at the moment is temporary. This is just a temporary base to build up to artillery and to personal roboports. Once I've got artillery and personal roboports, then after that, things start to get interesting. That's the big thing to start with. I want artillery, personal roboports. After that stage, then I can really start throwing things down on a very, very big scale, and doing so a lot faster than I am. Well, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for. We will come back tomorrow, and we will carry on with the Bat Challenge, continue trying to make 1,000 of absolutely everything. But we'll also take a little short break and try to catch me a door flurp. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.